There is a phone in your pocket right now. In that phone, there is a contact list, and in that contact list, there is at least one name, perhaps many names, that you have been avoiding for weeks, for months, maybe even for years. You know exactly whose name I am talking about. Your heart just whispered it as I said those words. It might be your mother. It might be an old friend. It might be a father you have not spoken to since that fight. It might be a sister, a brother, a teacher, a mentor, someone who once meant everything to you and now lives behind the silent wall of, "I'll call them later." And tonight, I am not here to give you a lecture. I am not here to entertain you. I am here to ask you one simple, terrifying, life-changing question. What if today? What if today is the last day that name still has a living person attached to it? What if today is the last day that door is still open? What if today is the only day that will ever matter? And you are about to waste it scrolling through a screen instead of picking up the phone. Let me tell you about a mother. She lives in a small house at the edge of a quiet street. Her children have grown up, moved to bigger cities, chased bigger dreams. She is proud of them, endlessly proud. But every morning she wakes up, makes her tea, and places her old phone on the table beside her. And she waits. She looks at the screen. She looks at the door. She looks at the screen again. She does not call her son because she does not want to disturb him. She knows he is busy. She knows he has meetings, deadlines, a life. So she waits. Days become weeks. Weeks become months. And her son, in his big city, thinks about her often. He says to himself, "I'll call her this weekend. I'll visit her next month. I'll take her on that trip next year." And then one morning, a phone call finally comes, but it is not the one she was waiting for. And it is not the one he ever wanted to receive. It is a neighbor. It is bad news. It is too late. Days later, he stands in that same small house, in front of a framed photograph of the woman who spent years staring at a silent phone. And he places flowers where her hands used to rest. And in that exact moment, his own phone rings. It is an old friend, someone he had been meaning to check in on. He looks at the screen through blurred, breaking eyes, and he whispers to himself the sentence that will haunt him for the rest of his life. "If only I had not delayed one more call." This is turning point one. And it is the turning point I want you to feel in your chest before I go any further. The people who are waiting for you are not going to wait forever. Their time is not paused because you are busy. Their heartbeat does not pause because your calendar is full. Every single day you say tomorrow, you are placing a bet against a clock you cannot see. And one day that bet will come due. So call her, call him, call them. Not next week, not on the holiday, not when you finally have time. Today, now, before the flowers replace the phone call. Now let me tell you about a friend, the kind of friend everyone has, and no one truly appreciates until it is too late. You went to school together, or college, or you worked at the same office once. He was the one who used to make everyone laugh. He was the strong one, the steady one, the one who always said, "I'm fine. Don't worry about me." 3 months go by without a message. You notice, but you do not act. You tell yourself he must be busy. You tell yourself you'll message him after this project, after this trip, after this weekend. Then one night, a message appears on your screen. It is short. It is simple. It says, "Bro, I'm really tired." You read it. You feel something strange in your stomach. A little pinch, a small warning bell. But you are on the way to a meeting. You are with people. Your battery is low. You tell yourself, "I'll reply properly tomorrow, when I have time to give him a real answer." Tomorrow comes. You wake up, you open your phone, and before you can even reply, you see his name in a news headline you did not want to read. You open the message again. You read those 5 words again. "Bro, I'm really tired." And this time you understand what he was really saying. This time you hear the scream that was hidden inside the whisper. This time you realize that tired was not about work. This is turning point 2, and it is the one that must break something inside all of us. Somewhere out there, someone you love is drowning quietly and choosing polite words to describe it. Someone is texting, "I'm okay," while sitting in the dark. Someone is smiling in photos while falling apart in silence. And you have the power, right now, tonight, to reach into that darkness with a single message, a single call, a single, "Are you really okay? Tell me the truth." That call may take you 5 minutes. It may cost you nothing. But for the person on the other end, it may be the difference between staying and leaving. Do not wait for the perfect words. Do not wait until you feel ready. Do not wait until you have advice to give. Just call. Just listen. Just be there. Because the biggest regrets in life are not the things we did badly. They are the calls we never made, the messages we never sent, the silences we chose over love. Now, let me speak to those of you who are locked in a silent war with someone under your own roof. A father and a son who have not truly spoken in 5 years. A mother and a daughter who pass each other in the same hallway like strangers. A husband and a wife who share a bed but not a sentence. You know exactly what fight I am talking about. You remember the words. You remember who said what. And every single day, for the last however many years, you have thought to yourself, "Today I will fix it. Today I will say sorry. Today I will break this wall." And every single day, something small, ego, pride, timing, mood, pushes those words back down your throat. Let me tell you where this road ends if you do not change direction. It ends in a hospital room. It ends in a beeping machine. It ends in an oxygen mask behind which the person you love most is trying, with the last strength of their body, to lift a trembling hand and say the very same word you have been holding back for years. And in that room, in that terrible, sacred, silent moment, you will finally understand something that will crush you. They were waiting for you too. They were carrying the same weight. They were hoping you would speak first. And now, neither of you can. This is turning point 3, and I beg you, do not let this be your story. Ego is the most expensive silence a human being can afford. It looks cheap in the moment, just a shrug, just a turn of the head, just another day of not talking. But the bill for that silence, when it finally arrives, is paid in a currency called regret, and you will spend the rest of your life trying to settle it. So walk into that room, sit down, say the words. Say, "I'm sorry." Say, "I was wrong." Say, "I love you." Say it badly if you must. Say it clumsily. Say it with tears, but say it while there is still a hand that can reach out and hold yours back. Now, let me talk about the ones who have quietly drifted away. The sister who got married and moved to another country. The brother who took a job in another city. The best friend who slowly stopped replying. You did not fight. You did not fall out. You just lived. You told yourselves, "We'll catch up when there's time. We'll meet at the next wedding. We'll visit each other soon." And 10 years passed in the blink of an eye. And now, when you meet at family functions, the conversation is polite, careful, distant, like two strangers who happen to share a childhood. And then one day, you open an old box in the corner of your room, and you find a letter. Her handwriting, folded, yellowed, waiting. You open it, and you read words she wrote 8 years ago. "Brother, I need to talk to you. I am breaking inside." And you realize she reached out. She reached out, and you never even opened the envelope. You call her number now. She picks up. You talk. But there is a distance in her voice that 8 years of silence has carved, and no single phone call can fill it in one night. This is turning point 4, and its lesson is one of the most important lessons of your entire life. Relationships are living things. They are not memories. They are not statues. They are plants. And plants need water, not every year, Not every holiday. Regularly. Consistently. Today. If you do not water the relationships that matter, do not be surprised when one day you reach for them and find only dry soil where a garden used to grow. And now we come to the final turning point, the one that belongs to you. Tonight, when this speech ends, you will go home. You will sit somewhere quiet, and you will pick up your phone. And I want you to do something for me, and more importantly, for yourself. I want you to open your contact list, and I want you to scroll slowly. Not to check messages, not to reply to notifications, just to scroll through the names. And as you scroll, watch what your heart does. There will be names that make you smile. There will be names that make you flinch. There will be names that make your eyes sting for reasons you have been pretending not to feel. Those are the names. Those are the ones this speech has been about from the beginning. And I want you to make a decision, the same decision one man made on a quiet night that changed everything. He decided, from today, I will not push anything to tomorrow. And that night, he made 3 phone calls. He called his mother, and he said the simple, ordinary sentence, "I love you," that he had been saving for a special occasion for 20 years. He called an old friend, and he said, "I'm sorry I disappeared." He called someone he had been avoiding, and he said, "Can we talk?" After all 3 calls, he cried. But those tears were not the tears of regret. Those were the tears of peace. Those were the tears of a man who had finally stopped losing the people he loved to a calendar that never had space for them. This is turning point 5. And this is where your speech ends and your action begins. One phone call can save a life. Sometimes it saves someone else's. Sometimes it quietly saves your own. So I ask you tonight, one last time, and I want you to feel this question. Not just hear it, what if today? What if today is the day that mother finally hears your voice? What if today is the day that friend finally feels seen? What if today is the day that father finally puts down the weight he has been carrying alone? What if today is the day the wall comes down, the silence breaks, the tears turn into laughter, and the distance disappears? And more importantly, what if today is the last day it is still possible? Your phone is in your pocket. That name is still in your contact list. The number still works. The line is still open. There is nothing between you and that person right now except one small, brave decision. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait until you are less busy. Do not wait until you feel ready. Do not wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow is the biggest lie the world has ever told, and today is the only truth you have ever been given. Stand up, take out your phone, find that name, and call. Call before the flowers. Call before the news. Call before the hospital. Call before the letter. Call before the silence becomes permanent, because in the end, life will not ask you how many meetings you attended, how many deadlines you hit, how much money you made, or how many followers you gathered. Life will ask you one simple question, and it will look you straight in the eye when it asks it. When you had the chance, did you call? Do not let your answer be no. Do not let your answer be, I meant to. Do not let your answer be tomorrow. Let your answer be, yes, I called. Today, I did not wait. I did not delay. I picked up the phone, and I picked up the person on the other end of it, and I chose love over ego, presence over pride, action over apology. That is the answer that will let you sleep in peace for the rest of your life. So I ask you one final time, with everything I have, what if today? What if today is the day?